Okay, good Wednesday morning, everybody. It's April 15th. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going over to pick up Dad, and we're going to head to Redline Equipment to pick up our farm purchase for this year, the K-Steamer. So, any guesses on what it is? Well, we're gonna attempt to pull it home with a pickup truck, so we don't need a tractor, so it's not that big. But yeah, all right, we'll see you over there. Big John, Big John. All right, we made it over here. Look at that thing, 50 foot grain table. So yeah, there's a big 8250 with a 50 footer on that, brand new. There's two or three more. There's two 40s, a 45, and another 50 back there. There it is. Yep, we got ourselves a seed tender. Dad says, "What are we buying this year?" I said, "A seed tender." He says, "Okay." I figured we'd argue a little bit about it, but he said, "No, we can do that." Anyway, let me get this hooked up. Well, I think I just talked to the camera for a minute while I was walking out here, and it wasn't recording. Anyway, happy Friday afternoon, everybody. It's at 20 till 2, and we're going to do a little battery shopping. So I've got I'm going to take the battery out of this just because we're going to a battery place and I need one. I'm going to take the battery out of the Rhino because that one's dead, lived its life. And I am going to take the battery out of the chopper. You know what? I ain't messing with it. The ones I really need. I want to put a battery in that thing so I can take it out and put it for sale. But I'll go to Crown and get one for that. This grill. And on the other side. And I got an aftermarket box on top of it. And hang on. Let's roll it back. There we go. That 8N's going to need a little more fidgeting. If you want to buy an 8N, hit me up. Why is there cylinder spacers in a I don't know, cylinder spacers in a can koozie on the floor. Okay, well, we'll get this. Let me get this tore out of here. I got MSD ignition box wired on top of it. So, no place to sticky on this one. Everything's plastic. Okay, that wasn't bad. Winch wires. Actual battery terminals. Got a to-go handle. All right. This is a Crown. It's 22. So, been in here 4 years, which that thing sits a lot. So, and then, yeah, I can't complain about that. 4 years on something like that. That's good. Anyway, we'll put this one in the truck and then we'll go get the one out of the chopper. All right, Road King's out here. Don't look like anything's been crawling on it. And here's the chopper. So we will get the cover off of this. At least the back half of it. I guess we'll just do that. Great thing about that seat right there. That's how you take it off. What are you doing? Remember that. One negative or one positive and two negatives. So where did I get this one? I don't even know. It's Harley. Yeah. Bought this out to Sturgis in 20 Bought that in Sturgis in 22 when we were out. All right, good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, I'll leave the tools lay, and we'll put that in the truck, and we're going to run up there. All right, well, had a little detour. Coming up 20 here, heading into Perrysburg. And I don't know if you can see all the semi-trailers over there. B&B Trailer Repair. B&B Repairs. They've got a lot of van trailers. So I stopped and asked about one because I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to have to get out of the barn, do some work in there, and I need a place to put it, and I also use it for seed storage. So I don't know, 3,500 bucks. It's a nice 53 footer. It's got the aluminum top on it. It's not the fiberglass top, which, you know, the fiberglass top's good to see through, but I think the aluminum's a little less likely to leak. So yeah, I might just have to go back. He's not coming down. I asked him if he'd come down a little bit. He said no, that one's one of the nicest ones here, so the price is $3,500. So we'll see. I need to do something though. Anyway, off to the battery shop. Alright, well, I got 2 batteries. I asked him if they had anything the size of that chopper battery that was about 600 cranking it, and he says no, you have to go up to lithium ion for something like that. And I said I don't want lithium ion. They're difficult. You got to have a special charger for them. You're not supposed to jump start them. You can't use a jump pack on them. You'll kill them. So I didn't want that. So I've got it's 350. It's rated at 350. And he put the tester on it. It was testing over 500 cranking amps. So we'll see. The one that was in it was from 22. So we'll see. And then it's just a regular P1 battery for the Rhino. So yeah, now we'll head down to, well, they got a lot of water standing up here. So now we'll head down to Bowling Green and pick up the seed tender. Yeah, there's a story behind that. We'll talk about it when I get the thing and everything checks out. All right, well, we made it back home. It is 5 after 5, and it's a beautiful day out. I see Gibbs was out top dressing some wheat with the airplane and stuff. But anyway, we brought her home on the first Seed Runner 3755 XL. The XL stands for the extra long auger. Well, it's not an auger, it's a conveyor belt. So what was going on, we went to pick it up the other day, and this cylinder was not, it would open up, the back one, but it was real slow and jerky closing. So we left it and they did some work on it, did some checking in here. It was simple. It was one of these solenoids in here. The wires weren't quite right on it. So they redid the coupler, and yeah, called me back and said come and get it, she's good to go. So it has 2 compartments. It's split right down the middle, so you've got this half and this half, and I'm not sure what I'm pretty sure it'll hold 375 units total. So that'd be 150, 160. Well, what's half of 375? 150, 170, about 180 units per side, somewhere in that area. So yeah, and it's individual. You can open each one individually. Front hopper, back hopper. Got light, you got windows here, you got windows up there. Those little red lights there, there's 2 of them. Those are a full indicator. Up there, there's a paddle switch. When you get it full of seed, that little light will come on. It is powered by a 14 horse Vanguard gasoline engine. We have the talc graphite applicator. That's not that big of a deal right now, but when I do upgrade planters, this will, you put your talc graphite mixture in here, and then there's a motor and a tube with a spring in it, the auger, and that augers into the seed belt and applies your talc and graphite, and or both, into your seed as it's being run up the conveyor belt and into the planter. It does have the remote control, the full function remote, power swing. The gas in it is bad. It's a 24. We bought it last December in 25. It's a leftover 24 model, and I do believe the gasoline that was in that motor was from 24. It was bad. It was running like crap. Wouldn't idle. Derek got some gas out of a can of theirs and put about it. He was going to fill it up. I said, nope, just put a little bit in it. And when he did that, it started running better and better and better. So I'm going to start it up now, and I'm going to run it, go through all the functions and stuff, and run that gas out of there, and then I'm going to fill it with ethanol-free gas out of the gas caddy. So anyway, turn your key on. Everything lights up. Hit your power here. Your remote comes on. Oh, stop button. There we go. Power on. Okay, so it's showing we got 30 pounds. So we zero the scales. 0. So now it says 0, and it says 0 there. Now if I get on the scales, there's 60 pounds, 80 pounds. That's just me putting my hand on it right there. There's load cells right here. This is a load cell. All this white stuff is separate from the brown stuff. So everything up here is on the scales. So the key is on. Choke. Start. Yeah. I probably didn't need to choke it. Hang on. You can control the throttle with the remote. So let's take this pin out here. That locks the conveyor down. We'll let it run a little bit. Warmed up a little bit. There's them doors. Number one, the rear, front. There's the rear. So you can start, stop. Now I haven't read any of the manual yet, but you can set this. Like say I want 2,000 pounds of seed in the grill, you can set it, start it, and it'll automatically shut off. The conveyor belt will stop when it's unloaded 2,000 pounds of seed. So that's pretty cool. So let's raise the conveyor off the saddle. Nope, I was afraid of that. Up. And swing it. Oh, there's a lock. Forgot. That lock right there. Swing lock. The whole time it pivots, that stays underneath there. It'll go way up in the air. So yeah, that's all the way up. That's quite a ways up there if you've got a big planter. trigger under here. Now the conveyor's running. You can't see it. I got the cover on it, but it's running. Swing it around and park it back here. So if you're pulling it with a tractor or something like that, you gotta watch up here. In the locked position in the rear. That makes it really long. But if you're pulling it with a tractor and you got a cab right there, you can't have it forward. Let's raise it up. Swing her all the way around to the front. Show you what I mean. There, that's all the way to the front. So now you've got overhanging the hitch by quite a ways. So yeah. Now this knuckle right here swings, and you can actually unlock that. Pull this conveyor out, set it around so that it'll load itself. That end will be over top of your bins, and this end you can dump boxes or a wagon or whatever into it. Comes off. This goes up like that, forms a seed popper. So yeah, it was running, the bell was running, but now she'll still bogs it down a lot, but like I said, that gasoline in there is terrible. So the talc applicator back there, that is adjustable. Right here, the base got a magnet on it, so you can stick it wherever you want when you're doing stuff. Got a roll tarp on it. Lights. I'm gonna have to make a hitch for the back of it. And now, if I engage, okay, so now that's moving. Anything in it, it would be dumping out of that tube right there. just gonna turn it on. I'm gonna play around with it a little more. Oh, 14 minutes already. Just, like I said, I'm just running this gas out of here.